Ain't like I'm still 5 years old, you know? Ain't like I'm gonna be sitting up every night asking my mom, when's daddy coming home, you know? Who needs him?
It's all right to be angry.
How come he don't want me, man?
All us kids with no dads are gonna take over the world.
Hence why the name is Milk Run, you know. Our fathers went to get milk, never came back.
We can restore the balance.
Hashtag no dad gang.
We always end up coming back with milk. Unlike your dad, we'll be here next week. The Milk Run Podcast. Welcome to the Milk Run Podcast Special Edition.
We're back.
We're back. We've interrupted the regular flow of things.
Yes.
We had to get back together because
Just quickly.
when we started this podcast, we had no idea that our release date would end up falling on Father's Day week.
That is crazy. That's crazy.
So we got together and we are now making a Father's Day special because we are the Milk Run Podcast.
We are.
We are the hashtag No Dad Gang.
Hashtag no dad gang.
And so if we got no dad and it's Father's Day,
what is it called?
well, I don't know what it's called, but
Literally the fatherless.
No Dad Day.
The no dad. Hashtag the no dad gang dad day.
hey, that works.
That
I think
works?
that works to some degree, but I thought we need to get together. We need to make something special for Father's Day.
Yes.
And we need to just air out some things and talk, because reason being, I think Father's Day for a lot of people is a really happy day. Celebrating great dads, celebrating, you know, their amazing relationship. But for a lot of people in our world, Father's Day carries a lot of negative things, negative emotions, negative feelings.
Sadness, yes.
It can be an angry day for some people. It can be a sad day for some people. It can be a really tragic day for some
100%.
people. For people who lost their dad because their dad passed away, it can be a really sad day. There's so many different levels.
And I feel like we're, you know, this is a community again. We're trying to build this community so we can support each other.
Support each other, help
know.
each other grow.
Exactly. Help each other grow. And if you're ever feeling lost, we're always here as well. So
Yeah, we are. You can reach out via DMs. You can
Instagram.
comment.
Yes.
You can comment on our stuff, and we interact with all our comments. So
All the time.
make sure that you interact through there. But again, welcome to our Father's Day special edition podcast.
I'm pumped.
And it's going to be an awesome time together.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know, a lot of our podcast is spent talking about how we don't have dads and how sometimes sad or depressing or funny those stories can be.
Yep.
I thought today maybe we could tell people and talk to people about the fact that we decided not to make Father's Day a sad day for us, but we decided to make Father's Day a day of gratitude.
Yes. Oh, I like that.
A day of gratitude.
You know, honestly, it is. Yeah.
A day of being grateful for the life that we have lived, because the life we lived is what led to us being here right now.
Yeah. Wow.
And I think I was talking to somebody today actually about how sometimes life can feel so random. Life can feel sometimes so much like a whirlwind, and it's like, what the heck is happening in my life? But more often than not, it's all happening for a reason, to help you become the person that you are today. So I am actually grateful that I didn't have a dad growing up.
Honestly, me too. And I feel like everyone that's listening to us right now, most people listening to us, the older people
would resonate to some degree.
Yes, associate with us and understand, you know, every story needs to be written.
Yeah, that's right.
I love that. Wow.
And our story is being written. And so not only are we grateful for how we were raised, but I think we want to talk about how we're grateful to some of the men and women or whoever, but mostly men being Father's Day, most of the men who helped raise us, who helped teach us about life, because I was very lucky in life to some degree, having a lot of great men in other friends' dads, other friends' older brothers, who came along and really helped me, and I know it's the same for you. And so I want to talk about that. I want to talk about how grateful we are to the men in our world who chose us.
Yes, who shaped us to who we are.
I think that's a pretty special line, the men who chose us, because right in the beginning we weren't chosen.
No.
But then a lot along the journey, there were a lot of people who actually chose us and chose to help us and chose to be in our lives. You're never alone.
No, you never alone, no.
And now, if you feel alone, you've got the No Dad Gang, hashtag No Dad Gang.
We are here, we're here.
We're
a
here for
community.
you. And
We're ready to go.
and we're building this thing together. But
Let's do it.
before we really get into some of these stories and thanking some people and having some special moments of reflection,
Yes.
because we're so mature and capable of making these beautiful moments. What was Father's Day like for you growing up?
Yeah, great question. Well, where did that voice just come from?
It's deep and husky.
Deep and husky.
You're a very handsome sounding
Asian man.
Asian man.
Yeah. No, I think again, it's everyone, all of you guys listening. I feel like you guys would resonate a lot with this. Where's my father? Right. I'm not gonna lie. I think Father's Day was the day that really hit me because I'm like, damn, I actually don't have a father. So who am I celebrating? And so Mom used to make a big thing out of it and make pretty sick. She used to like get show bags and stuff for that day for me. So yeah,
Really?
yeah, it was still called Father's Day.
So you would get presents for Father's Day.
Not present. It was just like little snacks and stuff, and
Show bags.
just to make me feel better, like I wasn't straight up crying and bawling my eyes, but I just remember going to this Father's Day stores at school.
Yeah.
Like, bro, why am I spending money on things that says father on it? I used to bring $5 because I don't want to be alone, and I used to just buy best dad ever. So this was before my stepdad came into the picture, and I'm like, damn, I'm out here just drinking from my Father's Day cup. But yeah, how about yourself?
I don't actually remember, really.
It's because you're old.
Yeah, dude, I got memory loss problems. I can't remember kind of what Father's Day was like. I remember Father's Day would roll around every year and I just kind of just didn't care. It was just kind of bleh, get out of the way. It was like, I did care, but like I just brushed it off. I was like, I'm not even going to give it my attention.
No, 100%.
It was a reminder every single year that I was missing out to some degree.
Did you said you don't care, but did you?
I cared on the inside deep down.
Were you like, did you ever go home and have a little sook?
I don't know about have a little sook. I think maybe I was a bit angry or...
Yeah, like, it shows, especially when you're younger, it shows in other emotions rather than sadness.
Well, I think it can present itself in 100 different ways,
Yeah, like for
and
me.
it's different. It's different for every single person.
Yeah, come on now.
So Father's Day was interesting growing up. Obviously, we didn't have dads around, and like we said in episode 1, because we're interjecting here. We're disrupting the norms and jumping in here. We've already done another couple of episodes where we hear your story, so we're even jumping in before that.
We're literally just squishing through.
We're squishing through, man. We're breaking the space-time continuum. We're coming from the future into the past.
Wow,
that's powerful.
that was insane.
And we're bringing this message because we think it's so important.
Yep.
We know that fatherlessness causes issues. It causes breakdown in society. It causes all these different issues. But most importantly, fatherlessness affects individuals. And so we just want to be here for you today. Hopefully try to cheer you up.
Make you feel comfortable. Like a hug.
Yeah, give you a bit of a hug.
A hug to your ears.
Wow, that's absolutely beautiful. I want to go through a list together.
Yes.
And just... throughout our lives, just name some people who we're grateful for. We won't go last names included, otherwise, we don't want to out anyone here. But we'll say names, just first names, and I would love to say, I'm grateful for XYZ.
Yeah. Okay. Well, why don't you start us off with? Hey.
All right. On Father's Day today, I am grateful to Sam, because Sam was my good friend's older brother, and Sam taught me how to drive.
Shout out to Sam.
He used to actually, when we would drive in his car, before I got my L's, he would teach me how to shift gears while he drove. So he let me get used to shifting gears from the passenger seat. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. It might be a bit illegal, but no one knows who Sam is.
What's his last name again?
And so he let me shift gears. And then by the time I was ready to drive besides the kangaroo hopping in a manual car, because I couldn't work out the clutch, I already knew how to change gears and where to put them.
Wow.
So thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Sam.
Sam is a tick.
Sam is a tick. He's the tick. Is it my go now?
Your go.
Wow. I'd like to thank Jack. It's weird not saying their last names, right? I don't know. It's like this is to all the Jacks
Out there.
out there.
I know a couple Jacks.
Do you?
Yeah, jackasses.
Okay.
That was funnier in my head.
This is my fatherly figure we're talking
Oh,
about.
sorry, Jack.
No. Jack was my youth leader in high school. So, for those who don't know what a youth leader is, it's essentially a leader at a youth group. And what's a youth group, you may ask?
It's like an event.
No, I'm like asking you to tell me.
Okay.
What's a youth group?
What's a youth group?
Well, a youth group is like a Christian organized event for youth kids, essentially church for the youth.
Okay, so we went to a youth group, and he was one of the people there, and he.
So he had to lead, just in case something was to happen. You need a bit of maturity there.
So then, what did he do for you?
So he'd slap me quite a few times. He he actually guided me a lot when I was when I was younger. For those who don't know me, I love playing drums. I'm a drummer. I think without him, I wouldn't have found my passion now. And so he taught me most of what I know today. So like even my walk with Christianity, my walk with drumming, if it wasn't for him, I don't think I'd be where I'm at right now. Yes.
Wow.
So I reckon if you erased him from my timeline, like Thanos snap, I don't know, we wouldn't be doing this podcast.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. Crazy.
That's pretty
right?
cool.
It is cool.
So thank you, Jack.
Thank you, Jack. Jack.
Thanks, Jack.
Thank you,
Jack.
Jackass. Okay, anyways, yes. Second one, Jakey.
I want to thank, on Father's Day, I'm grateful to a guy named Marty.
Marty.
And thank you, Marty, for sitting with me
Smarty.
in the Hungry Jack's car park while I cried after my first heartbreak.
Can you tell us a little bit about this heartbreak?
I was in grade 10. I was dating this girl for 10 months.
Oh, damn.
Grade 10, 10 months.
Wow.
There's a pattern emerging.
There's a pattern. There is.
No, there's no pattern. But I was in grade 10, 10 months.
Wow.
I really liked this girl. She broke up with me. Is now married to one of my best friends in the whole entire world.
Do you guys joke around about that now? Like, do you remember the days when we used to date?
It's probably not appropriate, but he is one of my best friends, and their family is beautiful. They got kids.
Oh my God. Okay.
Dude, they're awesome. And so I was like absolutely beside myself, and he took me to go get ice cream, and I cried my eyes out in the Hungry Jack's car park. And he basically just consoled me and said, mate, it's not the end of the world. You're going to be okay. You know what I mean? And I was like, it is the friggin' end of the world.
Especially if it's your first heartbreak.
Was
that did you say that was your first breakup?
No, it was like the most tragic.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah, that was my first heartbreak.
Heartbreak.
It wasn't my first breakup.
Sorry, first heartbreak.
Yeah, first heartbreak.
Dude,
so thank you,
Marty. Oh. Thank you, Marty.
Hit us with another one, Efrat.
Again, Jake and I are from the Christian world. We love going to church. We love God. The number one person that I think really hits me when we talk about that would be Brandon. I don't like saying just their first name. It sounds so weird. So he was my youth pastor. Again, really similar to my youth leader. But a youth pastor is essentially, if you think about a store, they're the manager of the store. They're the person that runs the whole thing. If something was to happen, the youth pastor would be in charge and would get in trouble. Right?
He's the one in charge, yeah.
He's the one in charge. So, Brendan, I think without him, again, he's one of those guys that really shaped me to who I am now. I remember this one conversation I had with him. well, when I was a little young, healthy Asian boy walking into youth, I used to just show up to just play the drums, right? And so he had to pull me aside countless of times and pull me aside and go, hey, dude, you know, you can't just show up for this. You got to show up for, you know, the actual service. And I know that doesn't sound too deep, but that whole conversation resonated with me so much that even to this day, everything that I do, I put 235,000 million% in.
Yeah, so he taught you to be punctual.
Punctual, yes.
He taught you to show up on time. And he taught you to be invested into the things
Invested.
you're doing.
That's the word. Invested.
I like that.
Yeah, thank you.
Good on you, Brandon.
Can I just quickly
go on,
share a funny story that we had? So Schoolie's week, right? We all just graduated. So he does Red Frogs, right? And he came to my school to do like, don't drink while you're high. I don't know. One of those talks, right? So I come in super late. I'm saying he's about to finish his PowerPoint. All the whole class was there. 300 of my class was there. And I was super hungover, right, from the night before. So we had like, it was graduation. So we had like drinks, crazy. I didn't drink anymore, but back then I did. And so I showed up, and the first person I see, I wasn't expecting him to come, was this big white man there. And he was like, has everyone seen E-Front? And because he didn't know at this time I drink. Anyway, so sorry that, and I found that really funny because I got smack in the face with this face.
Okay, so he shows up when you're hungover and you're like just caught out.
I got called out, yeah.
You got caught out in
Anyways,
the midst of it.
I got really scared.
Unlucky oos.
Jakey, your third person, my bro.
Yeah. The third person I want to thank is a guy named Daniel. Why is that name funny to you?
I'm laughing because that's my third one too.
Is it seriously?
I think that's
It might be the same Daniel because we can't say the last names. We'll never know.
Yes, we'll never know.
No. I want to say thank you on Father's Day to Daniel. I appreciate Daniel. Or Danny, as he's affectionately known. Dan. More Dan than Danny.
Dan the man, hey?
Dan was the one who took me in and believed in me when nobody else would.
Wow.
When I was battling through a lot of my addictions and different things and going through a lot of troubles and trials, I was going through all these different things, and I didn't have a job, I didn't have anything. I was coming out the back of partying every weekend, getting drunk and doing drugs and all these types of different things, and being promiscuous and running around with all these different girls. And then I started to get my life sorted out, but nobody wanted anything to do with me because of the reputation that I had drummed up. Dan was the one who took me in and believed in me.
Wow.
And actually promoted me. He was the one who said, yep, go,
Jake was this good
push
guy.
me along.
Wow.
Jake's a great guy. And he never held anything against me.
Wow.
I actually, when I was young, I actually stole a camera. I stole a camera from this guy.
You stole a camera?
From the place that he worked.
It's pretty ironic because now you're
Now I'm a camera guy.
a camera guy.
Now I'm a videographer. I stole a camera, right? I was young, stupid,
What?
drinking, being crazy.
Yeah.
I wanted to take it to... I wanted to do all sorts of things. I wanted to start a YouTube channel, and then I gave up after a week and sold it to Cash Converters.
Oh, that's... How much did you get for it?
A couple hundred. It wasn't anywhere near what the camera was worth. And then, anyway, some time passed. Dan ended up calling me near the beginning and said, hey, mate, do you happen to know anything about a camera? He knew the entire time that I stole it. But I lied to him and I said, no, I don't know what you're talking about, yada, yada, yada. Anyways, a couple of years had passed, right? And I come back around and I've got my life sorted out. And I come back around to Dan, and the first thing I did was I went to Dan and I said, hey, I just want you to know I did take the camera. I came clean.
Wow.
And he was like, I know. And I was like,
Wait, what?
I was like, excuse me?
How did he know?
I'm pretty sure there was cameras.
Bro, this is crazy to me right
I'm
now.
pretty sure there was cameras, and I'm the only one stupid enough to do it.
Dude, if that was me, I'd probably slap you. I'd be like, "Where's my money?
Where's my money? Where's
Don't you
my
do
car?"
that ever again?"
Well, that's why I'm glad it was Dan and not you. And so Dan says, I know. And he said, it's
Wow.
all good, mate. He said, it's all good. I knew you took it. I knew all this stuff. And he goes, it's all good. And then he said, go and talk to the people who he was working for as well. Clear it up with them. But on his end, he's like, all is forgiven. I've never held it against you.
Wow.
Even though you lied to me. He's like, that's all good. So then ended up going to the people and confessing that I stole the camera, and they waived it. They completely,
Just got it out.
they completely forgave me, and they said, no, you don't have to pay anything back. It's all good.
Wow, that's
Your
crazy.
confession is enough. And that was a really crazy situation
Yep.
in my life, actually, now that I think back. But I'm very grateful for Dan, who, despite what I was like, the things I did, he believed in me
Yep.
and he cheered me on. And
Yep.
even to this day, right, I'm 28 now,
Mm.
even to this day, he will still call me every now and then and champion me on in the things that I'm doing.
Wow.
Even to this day. Dan is a great man. And so thank you to Dan for believing in me and championing me, even though I was an idiot
Thank you, Dan.
and I stole from under your nose.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank
he
you,
will
Dan.
pay you back one day.
In love and hugs.
In love and hug. That's crazy, though.
Yeah.
I can't believe you stole a camera, dude.
I stole way too much stuff when I was
Wow.
a teenager, bro.
No, that's really cool. It really shows his heart, though, right?
Totally, man.
That's crazy.
There are good men out there.
There
There are amazing
are.
men,
There
amazing
are.
people out there, and he's one of them.
He is.
So,
Wow.
another one.
Another one. Funny enough, the other one is
Oh yeah, Dan.
his name is Daniel.
Oh, goes by Daniel.
No, he doesn't. Like as a joke, but his name as a joke, his mum calls him Daniel, as like when he gets mad.
In trouble, yeah.
But his nickname's Danny. Yours is Dan. Mine is Danny. He's so he's my stepdad.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's cool.
So fun fact, guys, I have a stepdad. He's pretty cool. Generally, I think when I was younger, when we stood next to each other, I found it a little awkward because he's this white man.
Is he white?
He's white.
Like we talking me white?
Yeah, you white. Like Jake, I think I'm being dead set. I think if you're bald, you would kind of look like him.
Maybe he's my dad.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it is. Yeah. Don't you dare take that.
I'm stealing your
That's
dad.
mine.
I'm stealing your
That's mine.
stepdad.
No,
Yeah.
he's honestly a great role model. I think growing up, I think everyone with no fathers, one of my biggest fears is what am I going to do when I have a kid? Am I going to be a good dad? Am I not going to be a good dad?
Just take some advice from me.
I don't want to though.
Never go get milk.
Oh, flip.
If you want to be a good dad,
But that's why
don't
we're
go
lactose
get
intolerant.
milk.
That's why we're lactose
So we're
intolerant.
gonna be great dads.
Literally, nature has made us to be the perfect dads.
Yeah, we don't need to ever go get milk.
Anyways, yes. What was I saying? I was saying, edit to
Danny,
note. Yes, Danny.
and you were afraid. You were afraid of having kids yourself.
Yes. So even now, I'm like, damn. With all this abandonment stuff, am I gonna treat my kids trash? Now I know it's not. But I think having my stepdad, I was able to see, regardless of who I was, even if I'm not his blood, he still treated me like a son. Even I swear, even from the moment mum and my stepdad met, they were, boyfriend and girlfriend. He still treated me like a son. I remember the first day I met him. It was a week after my birthday. He gave me a box of toys for my birthday.
Oh wow.
It was all brand new, and I was like, no way!
Come
This
on.
is crazy. I think that was the first time I've ever felt a fatherly love in my life, ever. And I really appreciate the things that he's done in my life. I think I wouldn't be. I don't want to sound mature. I don't want to sound cocky, but I guess the mature person I am today without his influence on my life.
Yeah.
You know, even the way I talk to people, I was never taught to look people in the eyes,
Yep.
but he's the one that told me to look people into the eyes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Things like that. Yeah.
So the little things, you know, how to use a knife and fork,
Oh wow.
right? Like, no, not because I'm Asian, but I've just never been taught how to use a knife and fork.
What were you using before
A
that?
spoon. You thought I was gonna say chopstick, hey?
No.
You thought? I still now to this day, the spoon is the most elite utensil that you can get.
Have you ever tried a spork? It's a spoon and a fork.
A spoon and a fork.
Get on that.
You're lying to me.
It's a real thing.
You're joking.
And it's good.
No, I'm kidding. I know what a spork is.
Well,
Have
it's
you heard of a simple knife? Yeah.
It's not a
No, that is the thing.
Is it?
Have you seen?
A spin knife.
Do you remember? I don't know if it's called spin knife, but have you seen the kiwis? You used to buy kiwis, right, in plastic boxes, and then
Like
they used
the
to have,
fruit.
yeah, the fruit
Yeah.
kiwis, and then they used to have the knife/spoon hybrid.
I don't remember.
I need a
that.
fat check on this. Someone DM
We'll
us.
fact check it afterwards, but that's amazing.
Yeah, so little things like that. Shaving, he like bought me my first ever shaving razor
Yeah.
because I had a filthy mo going for a bit. All Asians, I feel, relate to this. They have this little like pubic like mustache happening,
Yeah.
and it's not even like hard hairs. It's all like really
All thin, stringy.
thin and stringy. Oh, I remember. Do you remember the first day you shaved? Like,
I don't remember the first time I shaved, man, specifically, but I do remember the first few times it was a bloody mess.
oh,
Like,
really?
I cut myself so many times, bro, because I didn't know what the heck I was doing.
Wait, just say when you hit puberty, do you have a full face of hair, or was it just mustache?
It was just like mustache, I think, and
Yeah.
a little bit on my chin.
Because I had a mustache, right? And then when you shave it, just everyone, all your friends, just know you've shaved because they're like, "There's something wrong with your face." Oh,
You hit the initiation right.
but anyways, yes, I thank you, Danny, for making me the man that I am today. Honestly, we could probably do another episode on this, which I feel like we will in the future. But appreciate you. Thank you for looking after my mum, the most important thing in the world,
Yeah,
and producing my little sister. Yeah,
that's cool. What's your little sister's name?
Daniela.
Oh,
I laugh because
why are you laughing? Is
I
she
lo-
named after your
Yeah.
your stepdad?
Yeah. That's why I laughed
Cool.
because it's like Danny and Daniela. How original, right?
If you were gonna name your daughter after you,
Yeah.
what would it be?
Efrat.
Not like Ephratella?
No, just Efrat.
Efratelli?
Fun fact: Efrat is a girl's name in Hebrew. Yeah.
You do
Literally.
have like at least 25 feminine traits. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, some of my boobs, man. Alright, damn.
That's not from.
Jake has been
that's not
saying
from
I'm fat this
femininity,
whole
that's
time.
from McDonald's.
And so you should just say it to my face, my bro.
I'm sitting right here, my bro.
Anyways, Jake, your fourth male men figure.
Look, to be honest, I feel like I could go on forever. And there are so many people in my life who have contributed and impacted me. I think I'm going to do 2 at the same time.
Nah, cool.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Firstly, a guy named Cam. Why do you keep making faces every single time I say a name?
I don't want you to be like, guys, for everyone that's listening, I'm not copying Jake, but yes, I love Cam.
Well, we can do Cam at the same time because Cam
Is he the same dad?
It's the same Cam for both of us.
Is it? Yeah, it is. Yes,
And Cam is an absolute
he's a
living
legend.
legend.
He is.
He's an amazing guy. Runs some amazing movements around the country in different areas. And Cam for me, and then you can let everyone know what Cam's kind of done for you. But Cam for me, again, was somebody who took a chance on me
Wow.
So he actually gave me a job after I had just been stepped aside from another job, or forced to quit.
Yep.
Maybe is another way to say it. He took a chance on me, and I'd like to think that chance paid off, because now he is to me a father figure who I admire very greatly. And I love being a part of his world. And so Cam is amazing. He took a chance on me.
He's amazing.
He's an awesome guy.
He's a great father overall, right?
Yeah, dude, he's amazing. I want to get him on the show at some point. Cam has really helped me. I've always admired Cam. I met Cam for the first time when I was a teenager.
Really?
At a big like rally concert type event.
That's crazy.
That he was running. He runs those all over the country.
Yep.
And came to the little old Townsville. And I met him and I admired him from then. And
Yeah,
I
wow.
remember saying to Sarah one day, I said, I don't care what I do one day I want to end up, even if it's being his janitor.
Wow.
And then, as luck would have it,
It happened to be.
it happened to be, and I moved down and became a part of what he's doing. And so Cam took a chance on me, and he's just amazing. So thank
Wow.
you, Cam. I'm grateful to Cam on Father's Day. And then you share your Cam story, and then
Oh, well,
or your Cam thing.
my Cam thing, I think one of the biggest things I look up to him is his leadership, full
Yep.
stop.
Yeah,
Again, he does these massive movements, right?
big youth events.
Big youth events, crazy rallies, right? Concerts. But he still has time to look up to spend with his family. Like,
and not just his family.
no, literally,
outside of his family.
literally,
Little ragtag people like us.
just literally the people that want to sit down with Cam, he'll happily sit down with them.
And mentor.
And mentor.
He's a mentor for probably hundreds.
He's a
of
great
young men
mentor, right?
around Australia.
Yeah, 100%. Again, I just look up to him as a father, full stop. He's such a great father for his family. He's got 3 amazing kids.
Yeah, love them all.
I
They're
call
amazing.
when I say kids,
And his wife Renee is equally as amazing. I
oh,
just want to
the whole family is just straight
I
up
love that family.
the
man.
best. They're almost like the, I don't know, definition of perfect. No, that's not it. But yeah,
I think they are just
wholesome. I'm gonna say
awesome.
that
They're just awesome.
they're wholesome as
They're
well.
awesome.
They are awesome.
So thank you,
Yeah.
Cam.
Thank you.
from both of us.
Thank you, Cameron.
Lastly, well, there's actually 2 more. The last one, I think we both know who we're going to thank for the last one. But for the next one, I've got to thank Wazza.
Hold on, let me do the face again.
Why? I need to thank Wazza. Wazza is my mum's current partner.
Come on now.
And they've been together for... they first started dating when I was in like grade 11 or 12. And so they're still together to this day. And he is an incredible man. He's an incredible man who loves and looks after my mum. He has looked after my family. He's looked after me and my younger brother. He's really watched out for us, provided for us financially, helped our family in more ways than I could even name. He's extremely funny. And he's kind of, everything that I would have liked in a dad when I was kind of growing up. Wazza stood by me when I was going through, I had 12 months of essentially drug-induced psychosis, where I had extreme depression and anxiety for 12 months, where, and I'll go into this in another episode, but where for essentially 12 months I was locked inside the house, I didn't go out, I put on 20 kilos, so I was 20 kilos heavier than I am now. And I had panic attacks every other day. I was so full of anxiety, so full of fear. It was all caused by a bad trip on marijuana. And essentially, he looked after me. I remember one night specifically, I thought I was going to die. I was having heart palpitations, all these sort of things. And I'm freaking out sitting in the shower and like literally laying against the glass in the shower. Curtain closed. You can't see through the curtain. But he literally came in and sat next to the shower, just outside the shower curtain, and just sat with me. And just, hey, you're all right.
Just be a support.
Yeah, you're all good.
Wow.
You're all right. I'm here. And I thought that was pretty amazing. So Wazza is incredible. I'm extremely grateful for Wazza, eternally grateful for everything he has done for my family and for looking after my mum the way that he does. He is absolutely awesome. So thank you, Wazza. On this Father's Day, I am grateful.
Wazza, I appreciate you.
He's a real one. You'd love him, man.
I
Honestly.
I like to meet him.
Everyone that meets him loves him.
Let's
He's
have him
so
on one day.
funny. He's
Please.
so funny.
Let's get Wazza
He's so
on.
clumsy, man.
Is he clumsy?
Oh, yeah. Sometimes he's a bit of a nugget, but
Let's
in
not-
the best way possible.
Oh, I love nuggets.
I know you do.
Nuggets are the best people. I'm a nugget.
Do you have anyone else before you get to your last one?
No.
There probably is,
Oh,
but we can't go into detail.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll be here forever.
and in all honesty, yeah, there is. There's people that have shaped my life, but
I need to say one more.
can you say one more?
I have to.
I think you
Because
should.
this person is incredible. I call this person
Papa.
one of my dads.
Oh, wow.
So I would consider Wazza to be a dad
Yep.
to me. I would consider this other person to be a dad to me too. And that is a man named Roger.
Rog.
Roger, the manliest man you'll ever meet.
Yep.
So I was best friends with his kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then by hanging out every weekend, sleeping over their house all the time, I became part of their family. So a lot of my teenage years was actually spent at their house.
Yep.
We'd do sleepovers all the time. Jaden and Ryan were two of my greatest friends, still are. And so I would sleep over every weekend. And Roger and Fee, who's Roger's wife, took me in. Loved on me like I was their own son, and they did this for way more people than just me.
Wow.
The amount of food they would buy us, the amount of stuff they would give us, the way that they would look after us. Fiona was someone who I could go to talk about anything. She helped me through so many different issues, and Rog was just the most amazing man. I really admired him and how strong he was and how he loved his kids, and he's just been an amazing father figure in my life, and I consider him to be a dad to me. So thank you to Roger. I cannot end without thanking him.
Thank you, Roger. That's amazing. Yeah, honestly, I think we've put so many people, like we've listed so many people, right? And it just shows. Do you think that little characteristics of each one of them makes who you are?
Yeah, totally, man.
Yeah.
Totally. I think there's a little bit of along the journey.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of everyone.
I see it as a puzzle.
Part
Hey.
of me now.
Yeah. And it's like, this is why I'm like this. This is why I'm like that.
Yep. Totally.
Yeah. Wow.
Totally. There's two people we need to thank above all else.
Yep.
I have one. You have one. That makes two.
Mm-hmm.
Two people, and that is our mums.
No, generally, like, guys, our moms were both moms and dads of our lives, right? Like, dude, I just can't comprehend how much I appreciate my mom so much, right? I'm sure you're feeling this right now, right? My heart literally just wants to. I don't know how to.
Yeah.
I can't even.
Yeah, no,
what's
totally.
the word for it?
Well, it's like when you grow up without a dad.
Yeah.
If you had a good relationship with your mum, I know some people out there may not have, and it may have just been messy all the way through for both mum and dad. But when you didn't have a dad and you had a mum that looked after you, it's like they become your whole world. It's like you gave up so much for me. You did so much. Like, mum was a single mum for the vast majority of our lives with all us boys at home.
Yep.
The things, that she sacrificed in order to feed us and to make sure we had
Provide to
an
live.
education
Yeah.
and all this different things. And we were not easy kids to look after by any stretch of the imagination.
For sure.
We were all crazy in our own regard. But mum, she stuck it through. She did the best she could. Obviously, she's not perfect. We all make mistakes. But with the hand that she was dealt, I am so grateful to my mum. There is no one I love more on the face of the earth
Then mum.
than mum.
I agree.
Obviously, I love my wife with all of my heart. I think it's two different types of love.
100%.
So I don't think they can be compared because I love Sarah with all of my heart, my wife.
Yep.
But I also love my mum with all of my heart.
No, I get that.
And so it's different type of love, but I just am so grateful to mum. Mum, thank you for being both parents. Thank you for being mum. Thank you for being dad. Thank you for teaching me everything that you taught me. Thank you for raising me into the man that I am today.
Thanks for helping us out of the bind, right?
Yep.
Pulling us out of the hole.
Yep.
Thanks for honestly just funding us. Full stop. Kids are so expensive, guys.
Bro, you don't know how many things mum paid for me.
Oh, it's so tough.
Because I was like just crazy ADHD, man. I wanted to do everything.
True.
Yeah, man. Like all sorts of different
Your
stuff.
kids are gonna be
different
crazy.
different courses, different
sports groups,
Yeah,
yada yada.
And mum never batted an eyelid.
No,
She
never.
just helped me.
Because the coolest thing about every single mum is, most of them, sorry, cut. The coolest thing about most mums is, each one of them wouldn't bat an eye, right? Would say yes to every single thing, if that's beneficial for us, right? Like, I can't picture my mum saying no to me going to play basketball. She will find a way.
Yep.
She literally, when we first came
Totally.
when we first came to Australia, we lived in a share house.
Yeah.
Crazy, with like 6 students, and we were the only 2.
And you talk about this in the next episode that comes out on Wednesday.
Which it does.
And that's
but yeah.
crazy. And the sacrifices that she made for you, bro. Like,
But
thank
for
you to
both
our
of us.
mums.
But we love you, Mum. We love you so much.
Dude, and we're so grateful for everything. And I mean, we could sit here and thank everybody, but here's the thing. Father's Day can be hard for a lot of people. It can be an angry day. It can be a sad day. It can be a happy day. But at the end of the day, we actually get to choose how it affects us and how we move forward.
Yes.
And I choose today on Father's Day to be grateful for all the men and women who have helped shape me.
Yes.
They are the ones who chose to help me and chose to be in my life when other people wouldn't. And so I'm incredibly grateful for every single one. And I'm just so happy to be here on Father's Day with you. The connections that we are making in this space.
Yes.
Having no dad. I mean, who would have thought that 2 kids with no dad would end up where we are and talking to the people that we're talking to and exploring life the way that we are.
Yeah, thinking this community. So, yeah.
So let's build this thing. It's the hashtag No Dad Gang.
Ooh,
That sounded good. The hashtag No Dad Gang. Look, you can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on Spotify. Make sure you leave a review. That really
Please.
helps us as well.
Yes.
And if you like watching things instead, you can watch us on YouTube.
Subscribe
you can
to us, please.
and
Yes.
leave a comment and connect with us.
Yep.
We'd love to get
Yes.
connected.
And don't forget, we'll always bring the milk back.
We always bring the milk, baby.
We always bring the milk.
We'll see you on Wednesday for the next episode where we talk about Ephrat's story. We love you all. Thank you for listening. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there.
Yes.
And a happy Father's Day to all the kids, all the people out there who
Yes.
never had a dad. Today is a day for you to celebrate who you are and how far you came
Yes, come on now.
despite the odds.
And we're here for you. We're backing you up. We love you.
Let's go. It doesn't matter if you got a dad, if you don't got a dad.
Here's a
this
hug.
is the place that you grow.
Come on now.
Hashtag
Hashtag
no
no dad
gang.
gang.
Cheers, big ears.